Welcome everybody to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Today we're talking about Moldavite. Look, he's right on his third eye there. That's just where it needs to be. That's a piece of beautiful malachite Moldavite. High grade, absolutely gorgeous in roll gold. And that's what I'm showing you today. I have a beautiful collection that were made, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. And as the weeks go on, I work on a few pieces, put around about 20-25 hours pure energy healing work into it, my own personal healing work that I like to keep to myself, but also gives a great energy to the crystal so you feel it. That's what my hope is, and that's what I've been doing for 20 years now. So I hope you appreciate it. So today I'll switch this on. So it's going to tell us what weight it is. I'm going to switch this on, so it's going to show you the beautiful depth of the colour of Moldavite. They're from malachite. They are gorgeous, and the first one is a cap setting. So let me just switch up. Okay, there you go. There's the first piece. Look at that. Oh, wow. Look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. Gorgeous piece. Lovely. Gorgeous. So that's my first piece. It's absolutely beautiful. Lovely. Grade AA. Gorgeous. The cap setting. I love the cap setting. Nice and strong. Looks beautiful. So that's 925 silver, and then it's been dipped in 18 karat gold 3 times. So it's a lovely dip. Beautiful. And the weight of this beauty is 6.7 grams. So that's beautiful. So I'll upload that today and get that on the website for you. The next piece is, this is going to be harder for you to see the colour because it's an absolute beautiful whopping size of a chunk we call nuggets. Let's see if we can get any colour. Oh, actually, that's pretty beautiful for the size of that. Normally when they're so dark, you get the kind of shadows, like you can see there's just a shadow there. Normally it would be all the shadow, but that is a beautiful looking Moldavite in that. That's gorgeous. Wow. And a lot of people like these nuggets. They love them. So yeah, and this is a whopping 8.2 grams. That's a beautiful piece to own. It is gorgeous. I'll talk about the energy from it in a minute. I'd like to show you the third one, which is very beautiful. Look, Janet. Look, Janet with a J. There you go, Janet. Jill, John, Jonathan. Look at that. That is a beautiful specimen. Isn't that gorgeous? That's beautiful. The typical specimen of a Moldavite, so unusual. Every piece is individual. It's so gorgeous. That's beautiful. And the weight of that one is 6.4 grams. That's beautiful. So there you go. 3 beautiful specimens from my latest rolled gold collection. Put them down. And I'll link below for them beautiful pieces. Let's talk Moldavite, shall we? What was one of the most profound moments of my experience with Moldavite? I think it was at the was it at the no, it wasn't. It was in Fuengirola. It's the German, it's next to the castle. It's a huge hotel. And I performed, let's say, myself and another shaman, we were going to do, I was going to go around doing healing and he was doing the drumming. That night I wasn't feeling too special. I wasn't feeling great, and if you all know who I am, I'll never work if I'm not feeling 100% for you. It's just not fair, and I just couldn't do it. It's just like when I had a fish and chip shop. There's no way I'd serve anything bad to somebody that I wouldn't eat myself. So that's called integrity. So I said to the shaman, I said, is it okay if I sit this one out tonight? And there was a few hundred people there, and he said, yeah, no problem. So I actually encountered the healing that night, and I needed it. So that was great. I had a Moldavite on me at that time. It was probably round about where my heart is. And so the ceremony begins, the lights go off, candles come on, and he starts to create the energy in the room. as healers do when we're performing this kind of work. So I sat there, there was so many people. So I'm sat there and I'm now intaking this amazing energy being created in the room. And the Moldavite was on my heart, and I'm now, both hands I was sat down, both hands like this, so I'm receiving energy, and I'm like, I want this to be an amazing night. So I was saying to myself, I was telling myself, this is going to be an amazing night. I'm going to just enjoy, and I'm going to intake what's necessary, what's needed. I'm going to work with it. So soon as the shaman, boom, 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 comes close to me, as he comes around, I take a deep breath, exhale, and then all of a sudden, my palms of my hands started to swirl. My third eye, or around my head, round here, started to swirl. And I could feel the swirling, and I could feel myself swirling. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing. And I embraced that energy, and the Moldavite on my chest was burning, and I could feel the burning sensation, almost like it was setting on fire. There were so many things happening at once. I couldn't really focus on one thing and say, but what I tried to focus on was the swirling. So I tried to manifest the swirling even more in my hands, and it felt like a vortex. And my third eye was like it would, and then with the Moldavite being activated to the work, I'm like now getting the flush. I'm burning. I'm on fire, and I'm sweating, and the colours and the images. And the feelings is really what I was more interested in. That's what I wrote about once. The feelings that were coming over me were, you can't even say the word cleansing or detox. You can't say trauma release. There aren't words that can describe what is happening in the energy of this room and what's happening to me. I refuse to think about it. I refuse to look deeper or try to make it last, or I just surrendered myself. And the more I surrendered myself, the more the energy was increasing. The vortex was like a whirlpool pulling me and pushing me and moving me. And, sometimes when like I used to see these people in gardens and parks doing weird things, I used to think they were crazy. And now I'm the crazy one, like moving like this. If anybody's looking at me, I'm like the nutter in the corner. But actually you realize that energy moves, and every energy moves you. That's why a lot of times when clients are on the healing bed, they'll move. And because their body is static and heavy, okay, it's difficult for them to move, but they will twitch. So they will do this. Well, this is exactly the same. If you're sat and you're in this position, your body can easily move to the energy. So you don't need to twitch. Your body's twitching because of the movement of the energy moving through you. Point being, when this was all over after an hour, I touched the Moldavite, and it was on fire. I could actually feel the heat from the Moldavite. My body, I could feel the sweat dripping down my back in the t-shirt that I was in through what I was experiencing. I was trying to forget about that and not let it interfere. When I'd finished, I took the Moldavite and held it, and I could see with my eyes closed things that I've never really truly understood. And what I saw was, the only way I can explain it is not the tree of life, but the mandalas, them different shapes. I was seeing multiple shapes and unusual shape structures, but they were flashing and then they were gone. And I was like, I didn't know what they were, and I've looked for the shapes, and I've never quite seen them when people show me their art and what. So it was very unusual. So I don't know much about that, but I found that fascinating. And the colours, I can't explain how you can say a colour unless you know what the colour is, green, yellow. But if I said that, I can't explain the colour because there's no such thing as that colour. So I saw colours that I've never seen before, and I've seen this many times when I've meditated with Moldavite. It's almost like it's another place that you're taken to. Anyway, the funny part about that was when I'd finished, I wasn't exhausted that I couldn't get up and walk. I was exhausted because of what I experienced, which was something had released, something that you can't really say release. Something had changed, something had gone, something new had transformed me, and I was the stress, the worry, the fear, the anxiety of having 300 people in that room and not being able to go around and heal them and not feeling well and feeling a bit low that day had gone. I was like a new person. I had no negativity. I had so much positivity. I had a smile on my face. And it was such a powerful experience that I turned to the lady next to me, expecting her experience. She had ginger hair. And I didn't know who she was, but I smiled. And she went, that was a waste of money, wasn't it? That was a waste of time. I've just been blown away. And that was another thing that totally made me understand that you can't please everybody, and some people are just not in that space and place to be able to experience such a profound moment. So I couldn't say anything really. I just left it at that. But my experience was incredible, and it really helped me in my future sessions when there were hundreds of people there, and you can't give everybody what you hope to give, and some people will experience something so profound, and then other people will experience nothing. So you can't fix everybody, you can't heal everybody, you can't want everybody to feel what you feel, and I'm good with that now because I wanted everybody to feel the healing. And although I never got people coming up to me saying I didn't feel anything, I suppose they would anyway, but most people were so happy to come back to my circle nights, my healing nights, that literally most people came every week, loads, and then more and more. So they got something from it. But it was funny how this lady got nothing from this shaman. Interesting. But that night, I went home that night and I kept my Moldavite on, and I experienced some amazing astral travel. I experienced some amazing connection to other worlds, and I felt profound the next morning. And that was definitely one point of my life changing moment to really understand that there's more to life than eating, drinking, sleeping and working. And definitely at that point, I had a smile on my face thinking, Moldavite is definitely a fantastic crystal to wear whenever you're doing any kind of ceremonies, shamanic rituals, any kind of psychic work, any kind of healing work. Leave your Moldavite on. It will be your best friend and it will help you raise your frequency. And that's the power of Moldavite. Have a great day.